Hey guys, this is Diamond here, and I'm going to be doing a short tutorial on how to do a penny stove. So, many of you guys may know what this is. This is going to be my first attempt, my 1 millionth attempt at this video, because I keep on messing up. And, so yeah. So, for the first step, what I did is, yes, this is the correct can. I put 18 holes around the edges where my jets will be. These are going to be the main primary source that's going to be cooking whatever you're going to be cooking with this, of course. So 18 holes. What I did to make these 18 holes is, at first I placed a hole here, then here, then here, then here, placed one in the middle of that, middle of that, middle of that, and I just kept on going until I had 18 holes. Okay? So then what you have to do is, if you could see in the center, I have 5 holes. Okay, and that's what the fuel is going to be going into whenever I finally cut this, but it's not ready yet. And I have 2 cans. Okay, this is the top part, this is the bottom part. So yes, to light the stove, I've seen several different ways. You can use a primer pan made out of the top of a can. You can use several different methods. I'm going to be doing the easiest method, which is where you fill in your alcohol through these 5 holes, wait till it goes all the way in, place your penny over, and fill that all the way up to the brim of this cap. Okay? And then you just light that alcohol, and it heats up the can so much, it boils the alcohol, supposedly, quotations, and creates this, these air pockets or gas of alcohol, let me just say, and then that gets caught on fire, and it continues to get hot because the flames are coming out the edge of the can, which then creates your burner. And of course the alcohol that you get in here is going to burn out really fast and really hot. But one of the main good things about these stoves are that they cool very easily. Yes, I've done my research. They cool very easily because they are aluminum. If you didn't know, aluminum cools really, really fast, but it's really, really flimsy. So I do not know the lifespan of these. So I will resume whenever it's time to cut, because I have to get a knife from my dad. Peace. By the way, you like my deer? And one more thing to add about my penny stove. Whenever you mark this line, I marked mine right about here, just a scratch above the inch mark, right where that dot is that you see, that one dot. That is where I put it, just a scratch above. And to do this, to mark this like this, it's going to be really hard just to freehand it. So what you've got to do is you've got to kind of find a surface to, press your marker up against and rotate your can against. Kind of, if for an example, let's just say here's my marker and here's my can. You would find the surface that's about that high and just rotate so it's very even. And that is the best way to do it, because, well, you could put a rubber band around and do it that way, but you always have a chance of the rubber band being uneven. And, but you could go back and level it out with a knife or something. Who knows? So, yeah. One more thing though. Whenever you make these holes, make sure they're right in between the brim and this edge of the can. If you do not do that, it will be very hard to get the jets going, and it's just not the way to do it. I don't know why, but that's the instructions. I'm telling you, do the instructions. Because if you don't, you might be making shrapnel bombs. Alright, peace out. Okay, so we're going to be doing the cutting for the penny stoves. So let me set up my camera. Okay, Dad.
Okay, what we do is we install a new blade in the box cutter here. And we are going to, again, we found the smallest blade possible to articulate the neatest, cleanest cut. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this
Get a little closer to the
very
camera.
sharp point. I'll take this very sharp point and we're going to pierce the can. And we're going to start in a cutting motion. Kind of twist a little bit. We've got to get through there first. And kind of back and forth. And then we're going to once we get in there, we can get more leverage. See, the problem is the lighting in here. Let's see if I can turn it like this.
Would you like me to flashlight it?
Sure.
We need you to illuminate. Don't forget you got turtles too, dear.
Oh yeah, turtle good
Did you
time.
eat the rest of the brownies today?
There still could be one or two left on the kitchen table. It's possible.
Something happens to her.
Okay, I'm gonna cut this way here.
I've got practice tonight. Tomorrow is Sunday night. Hunter has been singing Who's Bad Lucky Boots.
So you're cutting it like you would a potato.
Mm-hmm.
My plan is to see if I can cook a s'more over this. Or somethings. Just don't cut yourself, Dad. Okay. We can sand that down with some sandpaper or crimp that in. Whatever we want to do. Because I did that little extra knob for crimping or whatever we're going to do.
Now then,
Do you want to crimp those edges in?
I wonder if I could get a set of cutting shears and clean that up.
Well, we've got sandpaper out there.
I think sandpaper's gonna be complicated.
Just take it on the edge and rub it.
Alright, let me go see if I've got a set of cutting shears.
Or if you got heat-resistant tape that's resistant to fire. I mean, the reflective stuff. Okay, guys, so basically what my dad did is that little line, he cut it like a potato where you take your thumb and you're pressing it and you're moving it easily. Make sure you do not slip. Number one. Okay?
I'm going to practice with some cutting shears on this upper part to see if I've got good control with this. Okay, that just rolls that over. We actually have to get down.
We could take, I got that little extra notch on that ruler. We could crimp it in with.
The fun part is it's so flimsy that sometimes it wants to fold up.
Where's those pink scissors? Because on YouTube I saw that if you did really sharp scissors, it does it cleanly.
I'm just practicing a little bit here.
So right now, guys, we're just figuring out how we're going to do this.
Tell you what I'm going to do.
Here. Watch this, Dad. I'm going to show you how this can work. Look.
Okay, let me see the scissors and see if they're any more accurate.
Feel how.
I know, it's very thin. Okay, we're gonna just try that. We're gonna gamble. You ready?
Yep. We have plenty more Coke cans. And I just measured with that little end table plate. This is not a necessary step, by the way, because you're not really going to be throwing around the stove. But we're just doing this for aesthetics and good looks. And by the way, the fuel we're going to use for this is 91% rubbing alcohol. If you notice on it, it says very flammable right here. But that's what we're supposed to do.
Now, I don't know if I cut it down too far or not, but you could measure.
That's not sharp at all. Let me go see. Let's see how far Dad cut this thing down. Okay. Dude, it's still at the same mark. It's still at the same mark, Dad. Look.
Is it? But I've got low points and high points on this, not perfectly even. I'm going to try to cut this one to the outside since it hasn't had the initial cut.
And that's going to be the top part for this.
I'm just going to get some of this so I can get a chunk of this out of the way.
Yeah, you have to really use the tip of the scissors for this. Make sure you're cutting on the bottom line. So what you need for this, I would say, is some really sharp scissors and a box knife, some 91% isopropyl, how do you say it again, Dad?
Isopropyl rubbing alcohol.
Isopropyl rubbing alcohol. It has to be 91% because it works the best. You can get this at Walmart for like 98 cents to $1. Really cheap for a big thing.
Look at that.
That's perfect. That is perfect. So what I'm then going to do is I'm going to go get some pliers, some long-range pliers. And to make it fit better together, I have to crimp the edges in on the top part. It's really simple to do. All you've got to do is just kind of turn it sideways to crimp. And we're just doing the crimping so it fits together. Now you can fit it together, but it's just to make it a little easier.
Then what I would have to do is, if you're not really good at it, I would grab a portable fan, an extension cord, and blow it in the way to sing it. I think that would.
Okay, so I'll crimp the edges. And let me first dry this out. Because I don't want this to, I mean, I am going to put alcohol, which is going to clean it in this. So, how's my battery looking? 12 minutes, 6 seconds. Okay. So basically what you do is, since you crimped it like this, it just slides in there just like that. And voila, there is your stove. All I've got to do is you can use, the thumbtacks you can put into your cork board. You can stick those in there with that. You can take long nose pliers with a needle. You can take a 1/16 drill bit and go through that. But I will make a separate video for the trial. Peace. Oh yeah, here's just a little close-up. Comparison to my hand, very small. Okay, so the last part is to drill with a 1/16 drill bit, or you can use the thumbtack, I said, or the needle on the pliers. And just in case my battery goes out because I'm running really low, like, subscribe, and comment. So I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm just hoping that I do not penetrate the inside part. Let's see if I can kind of sit up. And by the way, put this over this right here. I'll show you guys if my battery lasts. Of course, I'll be making a lighting video, of course, of me just testing it. Come on, please work. Okay, first hole. Second hole. I'm good. Oh, drill bit locked. Okay, so that's how much I've gotten done so far. Okay. just gotta make sure that I don't get any steel fletchings inside because I just want to make... Sorry guys, I had to clean up downstairs. Okay, so I'm back. So, wrong way. Okay, now I've just got to do the center holes. Now I've got to be extra careful with these so I do not puncture the bottom. And I hope this drill bit does not walk. Whew. I bumped the bottom, but I did not pierce it. I need to be more careful. Gotta seat this drill bit. It keeps on wanting to walk around. Bump the bottom again. I gotta be careful. The only bad thing about doing drill bit is it always likes to walk. Okay. Complete. Okay, so what these 5 holes in the center are for is you place your penny over them so you can put your alcohol in here like that, so then it can boil the alcohol in here, so then it comes out these jets. Like, subscribe, and comment. See you guys later.
And Hunter is going to light his stove.
Is it still lit?
No,
No, you need to light it again.
I need some more. I suppose.
it burns off too fast. How you gonna keep it in there?
No, just give me a second. Just making sure. Okay.
Okay, now you close that and set that over there out of the way, because you never have an open container that's flammable when you open a flame.
It's burning.
It is burning.
Now let's watch it.
It's burning.
What keeps it from burning the alcohol all up?
There's alcohol below it, and as it heats, the vapors will come up around the little holes.
But I mean, once it burns off the alcohol, it would go out.
It's still going. I see it
Still
boiling.
going. Mm-hmm.
I don't see it going.
You never want to add alcohol. Attempt 2 at the penny stove. Now put it all around the can and light the bottom this time. Try lighting the bottom, because I've seen people do it that way.
Ooh, Wayne.
That's how it's supposed to go.
That's how it's supposed to go, right there.
Now watch this.
Eventually, those little portholes
Oh, I hear it. I hear it.
should heat, and then the little...
Hear it? Do
And
you
then
hear
the
it?
gas comes out of those little
Do you
holes
hear
like
it?
a burner.
It's working. Do you hear that?
It keeps it from flying off in the air.
It's not, because that stuff's flash point is... Alcohol, rubbing alcohol's flash point is moderate. It's not like gasoline.
There's one. There's one. One's going. Do you see that one?
On the left side.
Come on. Come
There
on.
it, you see it? It's percolating. I can hear it. I can hear it boiling inside there.
Come on. Come on, baby.
Look at it. Look at it. I can see the little ports.
Oh,
I can see the little ports burning.
Oh, I see them all coming out.
here it goes. Yep. Yep.
Look at it. Look at it.
Boom! It
See,
works.
that's the gas. The gas is hot, and now the gas is burning as
Wow.
it's coming out of
And
those
how
little
long does
ports.
that last? They
20
do-
minutes.
You can't cook nothing in 20 minutes.
Oh yes, you
Oh,
can.
yes, you can. Whenever this thing will gain up so much heat, it'll turn blue. Man, look at this. I knew this would work.
Isn't that interesting?
I was right.
I don't think I would use that inside though.
No, you would definitely. You would
This is
definitely.
definitely an outside. It needs to be on clear dirt, you know, where nothing else is flammable. You could put it in a sterno box and burn up and use the grate sitting above it.
Let's see how much if it gains heat and turns blue.
Oh, it is. It's generating.
Isn't that cool though?
Why is the penny in there though? What's the penny do?
It's how we lit it.
In other words, to begin with, you fill up the middle, and the penny blocks the ports. There's 4 ports below the penny. And then as it burns above it, I guess
Everybody
what...
look at Natalie flying in. Oh, the nurse flying in.
The nurse here to save our lives.
Man, kill us before they get there.
Isn't that crazy?
Success.
I didn't even put that much oil
What
in
does
it.
it do, Hunter? I guess when you...
Whenever it gets so hot that it boils the alcohol in it.
Up in the middle, I know what happens in the secondary process, but the primary, the middle top catches on fire, and then I guess
It
that
heats
hot,
it up so much.
But the hot alcohol drips under the penny through those 4 holes, correct?
No.
Okay, what are the 4 holes under the penny for?
For putting in your alcohol, do you think you're gonna get alcohol in there so
So
fast?
the penny's blocking the air out of that center hole.
Yes.
So when you first initially fill it, then you put the penny over it.
And then fill it again so then you
and
can
then
light
fill
it,
again
generate
so that
heat,
You can light it.
generate
block it.
And
heat.
once it burns it off, it's already been boiling, and then it creates the flames
Yes.
on the side. So it's blocking
And right
the air.
now, I can hear it.
I can see
boiling
blue
inside.
flame a little bit.
So we can hear it boiling inside, so the fumes that are coming up are keeping a consistent fire going, just like natural gas on a stove. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you, bro. You need to show this to Chris. He ought to give you your cooking merit badge just for doing this. The other kids ain't doing this.
He's helping the lady at school do the cooking. He's the one that created the last popcorn thing to do at school. She's got him doing all kinds of stuff for her.
You need to tell him about school too. Maybe that'll check you off on some cooking stuff. There's your snack.
About the popcorn popper you created?
Do you? And you need to carry that where you got your video with you, so that he can see it in action.
That's neat. But you're recording it while you're saying all that on his video.
I'll just scratch that out.
Yeah, he has ways of editing.
Now, what do y'all guys think about this? Would y'all guys want to march some marshmallows?
We could cook something on that if we had to.
That is a long-term fire for just a little fuel.
And 98 cents for, how much fuel did you have?
Like 16 ounces.
So if we had alcohol and we had cans, we could make burners.
Look how long that is.
And
that
you can
is
make
lasting.
popcorn.
How did you make those holes though?
1/16 drill bit. You can use a needle, or you can use a thumbtack. You can use a
That'd be
thumbtack.
enough to cook something on. I mean, if it was meat, you'd have to cook it a little longer, but...
Yeah.
I've seen people make chicken over these. Like, cut pieces of chicken up and fry them up on a frying
Chicken
pan.
is a softer meat, and
couldn't
fish.
you create a bigger concept like that with that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Something bigger.
Yes.
If you got a giant can.
Yes, you could.
I have a giant can.
Oh, that's lovely, Mom. That's on video, too. And this is actually going to go on YouTube, too.
It's alright. I'm not embarrassed. I don't think.
This is going to last for a long time, I can tell you that.
I brought the rest of them home.
You know what? It was your birthday.
Now, what do you think about this, Dad?
I think that's amazing. And I think that if we wouldn't do it, but if you pick that
Look,
can up,
and the can's, the can's extremely hot right now. But the can is barely even it's not even melting. It's not doing anything except burning that fuel off.
that is cool.
Now I can see a little bit of brown around the edge where it's...
Yes.
But that's going to be normal, like any type of stove.
And I can see the flames actually down inside the can too.
Plus, if I didn't have that pinning over it, guess what?
What's that?
Flames would be spurting out the center.
Yes, they would. That is wild too. I can hear it boiling inside.
That's cool. If you had to sterilize something.
Like water.
Like water.
This thing can
To drink.
cook. This thing can boil 2 cups of water in 5 minutes. I've seen it on YouTube. So yeah, guys. Well, let me zoom it out. That concludes my my penny stove DIY. Any questions or concerns? Comment in the drop box below.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's
There it is. There it is.
Okay, I'm gonna leave this right here.
They're having a flag.
yeah, we're flag ceremony, man. It's terrible. I wouldn't even eat it.
I don't know why you cook this stuff again. I don't know why anybody would do this.
Okay, Mr. Street, you ready for my presentation?
Pizza!
Maggie, that'd be a law, right?
Yes, sir. No, sir. I'm good, Anthony.
It takes just a few minutes. Really, guys? Really? Stop it. This is mine. It's a penny stove.
Or twice. You just went
Come on.
I'd be a law against this. Yeah.
It's gonna need
Caught doing it.
just a little more.
Push the fence again just twice. Get caught again. You do it every time. You do it every time. Let it off. I'm good. I'm good.
I'm trying to get rid of this last piece of pizza.
There we go.
I'm doing dessert right now.
It's gonna boil, hopefully.
Pyro.
What was that?
Hey,
This is rubbing alcohol on fire.
What is that?
What are you doing?
There we go. There's the first jet going.
He would tell us.
What is this?
This is a penny stove made out of 2 Coke cans, by the way.
It's also how you set the fire on, set the woods on fire.
It works.
Well,
It obviously does.
It
Wait,
destroys the
just give me a
alcohol at the same time. So. Anthony,
here we go.
more pizza.
Come on, please boil. I'm full. I'm seeing it catching on fire just a little bit. I'm gonna go get some more stones so I can keep the wind out of it.
Christian, pizza.
There we go. It takes a minute for it to get started up.
There we go.
There's this. As you may see, the jets are starting to
Kick in.
kick in. Come
I
on.
can see it like circling around.
There we go.
No, just one.
Gotta let it boil enough.
That's cool.
Just give me a second. Come on. I know you can do better than that.
How'd you put the holes in the bottom of the Coke can?
Oh boy.
Drill.
Drill. 1/16 drill bit.
Well, how's it going?
That's too cool for school.
Let me just let it fire up. Takes a minute. Are you doing that?
you're putting too much in there. You need to
Like to try some?
just not put as much. Otherwise, it's got an air gap around it so it'll all come up. The thing's probably so
Yeah,
full it
if I have
can't,
to
it
have a
can't
bowl
get
of
no
this,
air
eat
to
it.
burn.
Well, then I'm gonna let it boil because I've got this
Pineapple
one
and-
jet. It's just one jet. Just come.
Pineapple and peach.
You should only get what you can. Come on.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yeah, don't bite off more than you can chew.
You want to taste?
No.
Here.
Okay, let's test game.
That's a big old piece right there.
My brother in the Army Ranger, he was. He said, come in the office and told him, you eat what you take what you want, but you eat what you take, boy. When he was in boot camp, his eyes was bigger than his stomach, right? So he just, the guy gave him a scoop of that
Any of
soup,
the
whatever it
adults like
was.
the last piece
So I'll
of
take
pizza?
another one. He said, sure. Man, I look at it and said, I'm going to eat it.
Come
He
on.
looked at it and said, boy,
When you're finished with this, would you want to go and
take
taste
what
pizza?
you want, but you eat what you take.
Not right now.
Right.
I'm gonna save it for you because it's still warm.
Chowing every piece of it.
I got fussed at one day in the mess hall
Yeah.
by some colonel.
Yeah.
I'm standing there. I had my drink, I had my meal. I stopped and took a drink.
There we go.
Had a drink.
Boil more. Boil.
That was a mistake.
I think I put too much in it.
We don't stand up and drink in the mess hall.
Apparently.
Really, I was like, okay.
Good, my goodness.
Okay, so right now we're trying to get it lit.
Wrench thing.
You mean the pliers?
Yes, pliers.
Sure, go ahead.
I think I put just a little bit too much fuel in it.
Yeah, you shouldn't put no more fuel in it.
Nope, it's running off the jets right now. It's running off the jets.
Came over. I lived in Daytona Beach at the time. And,
Let me see if I can
was
block out
still
some
in
of this
college,
wind.
you know. High school, actually.
Mr. Street, it's running off the jets right now.
I see it. It was in the 80s. And, so anyway, he came in. He had
There you go.
traded in D-Land, Florida. That's where they trained Amtrak, what it's called. And met and took him to wherever he had to go.
Guys, right now I'm cooking sausages on the penny stove that I made. Did it just go out? No, I don't. No, it didn't. And those are the sausages. Yes. Okay, so here's my penny stove. And it's cooking the sausages. It did go out in that last video, but that quickened. It took me only like 5 seconds to start it again. Pretty easy. Just use the tongs to pick up the penny and all. So, yeah. Cooking sausage on a penny stove. Really easy, really cheap.